Okay, so something absolutely crazy is happening to crypto right now. Matter of fact, it just happened. And if you are in crypto, this, you might notice, is starting to become a bigger and bigger problem. And this is not something I would usually cover on the channel, but the scope of it, who are involved, in the fact that this might really come by every few weeks, every few months, it might only become a bigger issue, led me to believe that if you are in crypto right now, you are not allowed to have missed this, because it's just that severe, all right? It's that crazy, that big a can we call it that? Well, we'll talk about that in just a second, but it's massive, right? You might have seen the Libra come by, all right? Maybe you've seen this ticker come by throughout the day. I mean, a lot of people are talking about it right now. Just it's everywhere, and you might think, hey, why exactly is that? So for all of those that do not use Twitter, or nowadays called X, and that are not aware, the president of Argentina just allegedly, reportedly, supposedly launched, let's not say launched, right? He posted something on Twitter, and then a meme coin was launched in that name. Well, it goes a bit deeper than that, but I want to make my words a bit, vague here on purpose. Regardless, on Twitter, these are the stats. If you missed the Libra madness last night, while you were being a good Valentine, perhaps, here's a little recap. So the Argentinian president just blatantly tweeted out a token. The token rocketed to a $4.5 billion valuation because, again, it was the official Argentinian president. And he later on did not say, oh, I was hacked. More a matter of I was misinformed. We'll talk about that in a second. So it went to $4.5 billion worth of market cap rather quickly, kind of like following the Trump line. Insiders pulled out like $90 million. The token crashed 90% afterwards. The president then deleted the tweet and denied any sort of involvement with it. And then the token from that point actually dropped another 60%. And it's kind of funny, partially, as to why all these things are happening when I'm nice and sleeping. That's one part of it. And the second part of it is, man, it's getting bigger and bigger, crazier and crazier. The freaking Argentinian president launching a meme coin. Okay, I can't say launching, right? Let's just say talking about a meme coin and then quickly pulling back. I mean, many people have done that. Many countries, even the Central African Republic, had their official account post about it. But they all say, oh, we were hacked, or oh, this is not a blah, blah, blah. Now this guy just says, oh, let's take a look at his tweet. So Justin Sun basically said, I have great respect for President Milei. I believe you should take some responsibility for this matter by urging the wrongdoers to return the victims' funds or hold them accountable under the Argentinian law, I guess. Protecting investors is a very serious legal duty, and we need to take it seriously. Now, if we take a little bit of a look to his own tweet, he say, hace unas horas publiqué. Let's read it in English, actually. A few hours ago, I posted a tweet, as I have so many other times, supporting a supposed private enterprise, with which I obviously have no connection whatsoever. I was not aware of the details of the project, and after having become aware of it, I decided not to continue spreading the word. This is why I deleted the tweet. To the filthy rats of the public political caste who want to take advantage of this situation to do harm, I want to say that every day they confirm how vile politicians are, and they increase our conviction to kick them in the ass. Viva la libertad. Ending it off. And so in the comments, basically somebody says, following in the steps of Trump. And somebody says you can't just improvise that, it's not proper to do. Who's profiting from this? Be a bit more serious, and a lot of people like that one. But I mean, it's interesting now how, to some extent, any massive political figure, their accounts to some extent are not safe anymore to, okay, so this is going to sound strange, but I was going to say they're not safe to buy into anymore. Because regardless of what they say, you're never really sure if they're just going to take it back later. People are like, oh, this must be official because of the official account. And in this case, he doesn't even say I was hacked, just as I was misinformed. So it was official, but then they just canceled it. And it makes me think, what in the world is actually going on? Let's just make announcements and they say, never mind. You can't. I mean, it's not really responsible to do that, even just with the stock market. I mean, you can't have Jerome Powell going around saying, hey, interest rates have dropped to this level. Nah, you know what? Let's do a different number all there. Or him being on a press conference saying, yeah, this is the new situation. And like, scratch that. Let's do something else. It's too official for all that type of joking or, I mean, we're talking $4.5 billion worth of market cap. It's not like a random ass guy. It's not just a random influencer making a coin or a washed out rapper. It's the president of a freaking country, and a very famous one at that. Many people have suffered significant losses on Libra. A trader spent 14,000 Solana, 3 million 𝗬𝘀, to buy 1.1 million of this coin and sold it for only about 4,000 Solana or 800K, losing 10,000 SOL or about $2 million in just 2 hours. The team, however, cashed out over $107 million supposedly, because 8 wallets have obtained 57 million USDC and about $50 million in SOL by adding liquidity, removing liquidity, and claiming their fees. Now, somebody has an interesting little video he made right here.
Fucking bro! I'm gonna find you! I'm gonna find you, devs! I'm gonna find you! You rugged me! I have nothing! I have to sell my Rolex! I have to sell it! I have to sell all my shit! And I don't have anything! Against you pieces of shit! You rugged.
Regardless, you get the idea. And you can see Berwick Law was quick to say, if you lost money on this, contact the law firm. They'll take a look at it and say that their firm represents thousands of clients and they want to try to get their money back. It's just kind of interesting. We just witnessed one of the fastest and largest destructions of wealth in retail trading history. Argentina's meme coin Libra erased $4.5 billion of retail capital in 7 hours. That was indeed an interesting one. I mean, overall, Trump's coin did even crazier numbers, but him just tweeting, it's not me, or rather, it just took back. I mean, so if you want to know what the original tweet looked like, by the way, it all began 5 p.m. Eastern time from Javier's official account. As seen during President Trump's meme coin launch, the first hour was full of speculation. Was it real or was it a hack? It turned out to be real, as multiple other Argentinian politicians posted the news as well. So he basically said, hey, we have a new project, Liberal Argentina Grows. This private project will be dedicated to encouraging the growth of the Argentinian economy by funding small Argentinian businesses and startups. The world wants to invest in Argentina. And then he listed a contract, long live freedom. Right off the bat, though, something seemed kind of off. The website said the purpose of the launch was to boost the Argentinian economy by funding small projects. The icing on the cake, the website literally links to a Google form to apply for funding, which was kind of odd. But it got worse. The website was created hours before the launch as shown. The domain was registered for a 1-year registration period. There is no public owner information and there are multiple restricted domain statuses. Was this project literally created overnight? Within 3 hours of the launch, though, the insiders in Libra began cashing out. According to Bubble Maps, about $90 million was cashed out in the first 3 hours. Furthermore, 82% of Libra was held in one cluster and no tokenomics were shared with the public. But it got even worse. As Bubble Maps notes below, insiders were adding one-sided liquidity pools on Meteora with only Libra, and that basically means they give out tokens for people to buy, so to speak, but they don't actually make it a dual-sided pool. So basically, if you only add from one side, then you basically just give tokens to add as liquidity. It looks like there's a lot of money in the liquidity pool, but again, it might just only be one side. But every time that people swap, since it's a pool, you now are able to basically harvest fees from that. So basically, they were removing USD and SOL and use these pools instead of selling on the market. Again, because you can basically take it out of the pool because, well, it's still money that they, technically speaking, added. Libra fell 90+% as the $90 million in sales absorbed all the buy pressure at the top. Here you can see they removed more and more liquidity and added more Libra in. Within minutes of the launch, multiple large holders began liquidating millions of dollars worth of this. This includes gains of $4 million plus or more, as Libra rose to 4.6 billion in market cap. After the top was set at 5:40 p.m., the coin fell in a straight line down, and apparently they controlled so much of the supply that only 27% of the transactions were sales. This means that large sales transactions were filled by smaller buys, likely to retail traders. For every seller, there were 2 buyers, and over 1.1 billion of volume was traded. And now he later on went to say, you know what, I was not aware of all the details. And so he decided to stop the word, and that's when it fell to 200 mil, which is still ridiculously crazy, by the way. And apparently, a lot of people were selling their Trump coin to buy this Libra coin, which, funnily enough, we joke, I guess, that this Trump coin took a lot of liquidity out of the market, but every single new one of these huge ones that comes along is going to have people sell their main tokens and buy this new garbage thing. And so, I mean, the fact that it went to 4-point-something billion maybe really have to cover it. We can't look past this. And the fact that this might happen more and more often, it means one thing, though. If you're very early to it, within the first few minutes, every time it comes from one of these official accounts, almost every single time thus far, you would have been able to make a profit out of it. With Trump's coin, you even had multiple hours. The thing is, though, it seems that right now the life cycle of most of these memes just keeps getting shorter and shorter and shorter. Meaning that by before, you can maybe have, the start of something, you could buy it at the start, and it just keeps growing over time. It seems that right now, they hit a peak rather quickly and start dying from there. But then again, that doesn't mean there's not an opportunity. In this case, if you were early, like I said, you could have still made a juicy sum of gains. But the fact that this the freaking, man, the fact that he made a mistake like this, we could still never know for sure if it was a mistake or, something more dark. It's just crazy, man. It's just absolutely crazy. Anyway, what else can we say except for the fact that many people lost a ton of money on this one, and that this little excuse, I don't know if it's gonna cut it, but he just is posting over. It's like, you know what, done and over with, let's move on. And a part that I will give to him is that soon enough people will have just forgotten. Just like with most of these other crypto rugs of sorts, people just forget about it rather quickly. And as long as he doesn't say anything and make it bigger, which again he's not, at least not doing right now. Yeah, it just sucks if you bought this thing, but overall you're just basically screwed, and that's about it. Anyway, I wanted to quickly bring this to y'all's attention that this was going on because I thought it was a pretty crazy situation. For all of you that were involved, bought in, and lost a ton of money, hey, sucks to be you, I guess. Overall though, the crypto market is still looking quite beautiful. As you can see, a lot of gainers right now. A lot of ones are not doing so amazing though, because yesterday was such a beautiful day, but still a lot of gainers right now. And I will state again, if you're looking for a platform to trade on, check out the link down below to Blowfin. Right now there's a competition going on. We are actually the #1 best or most profitable team in the entire world right now, which is pretty cool. And again, if you want to also join our team, a link for that will be down below. We're even beating Crypto Banter with their 70,000 people. We only got 2,000 people in. Regardless, like I said, link for that will be down below. And I'll see you guys again in another crypto video somewhere, hopefully later today. If something crazy happens, I'll be covering it, because damn, this world is crazy.